10 सूत्री कार्य योजना क्या है? प्रफुल्ल डी सेठ जी जो कि जाने माने फार्मासिस्ट हैं, बड़ोदरा से पधारे हैं और आप लोगों से मिलने के लिए उनकी बड़ी इच्छा थी कि 2 साल बाद जो कार्यक्रम आरजेएस ने उठाया है वहां पर हम लोग भाई बहन हैं। ये स्वामी विवेकानंद जी अमेरिका में जाकर जिस तरह से पताका फहराया शिकागो में, तो यहां से भाई बहन हम सब अगर भावना कर लें कि हम भाई बहन हैं और अगर घर में कोई शादी ब्याह होता है तो सारे मिलकर जो है उसको बीड़ा को उठा लेते हैं। तो पॉजिटिविटी का बीड़ा हम लोग क्यों नहीं उठा सकते और अगली जनरेशन को पुस्तक के अंदर और डिजिटली जो लाइव हो रहा है, आपकी आवाज़ सारी जो है हम लोगों को संरक्षित है, न्यूज़लेटर के अंदर जो है वो सारी चीज़ें आ जाती है। न्यूज़लेटर का भी लॉन्च होगा, यानी बहुत सारी चीज़ें आज होने वाली हैं, धीरे धीरे पता चलेगा। 10 पॉइंट डिक्लेरेशन क्या है, मैं चाहूँगा इंडियन डायस्पोरा और आरजेएसियन जो आए हैं उनके सामने जो है इसको बताकर प्रस्तुत किया जाए। प्रफुल्ल डी सेठ।
थैंक यू मन्ना जी। माथुर साहब, our esteemed guests, Dr. Rama Sharma, Dr. राजपाल सिंह, श्री जय वर्मा और यहाँ पे उपस्थित मेरे साथ मेरे छोटे भाई प्रोफेसर बिजौन कुमार मिश्रा, राजेंद्र सिंह जी कुशवाहा,
रोड के उस पार
स्वीटी पॉल जी और श्री लक्ष्मण प्रसाद, हमारे गुरु जी भी बैठे हैं यहाँ पे। तो काफ़ी आनंद आ रहा है ये सब देख के। देखो, पहले तो मैं सबको जय हिंद करता हूँ। ये हमारा 76th रिपब्लिक डे होने जा रहा है और 18वां प्रवासी भारत दिवस का जो ग्लोबल पॉजिटिव मीडिया डायलॉग है वो यहाँ पे हो रहा है। आज का थीम है इंडियन डायस्पोरास कंट्रीब्यूशन टू द पॉजिटिव भारत उदय मूवमेंट। और ये बहुत ही खुशी की बात है कि हम आपके सामने ये प्रस्ताव रख रहे हैं और आपके विचार जानने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। ये आरजेएस की जो स्टोरी है, पॉजिटिव भारत उदय ग्लोबल मूवमेंट की जो स्टोरी है, ये कुछ 10 साल पहले शुरू हुई 13-14 में, और वो थी शुरुआत करने वाले हमारे वेटरन जर्नलिस्ट और ब्रॉडकास्टर श्री उदय कुमार मन्ना। इसका नाम राम जानकी संस्थान रखा गया। मेरे ख्याल में ये उनके माता पिता के नाम से होगा। पिछले 10 साल में एक सिंगल माइंडेड डिवोशन जिसको कह सकते हैं, and with the support of the national leaders, advisors and observers, he has created wonders. And the movement has grown from strength to strength. Manna ji's idea of creating this kind of awareness has been very simple formula, but very effective. During the past 10 years, the RJS PBH Positive Broadcasting House have organized more than 300 Sunday webinars. I mean, this is not a small feat. Every Sunday starting at 11, the program starts on time with a Gita Shlok, and we end somewhere around 1:30 sometimes, and all topical issues. But positivity is the central point. This initiative has promoted a positive mindset. You know, this whole idea of creating positive mindset has really done wonders. And it has, keeping positive mindset, it has created a lot of what I would call it as a critical issues are discussed, and let me tell you that it had a significant effect on many individuals All the people you see here are our karyakartas who are sitting in the front, in the back. But we started with me even. I was invited by Bijonda because he entered this moment before me. And he said one day, why don't you come on a Sunday to this beautiful program and you get converted into this thinking and you get a feeling of family, which is really truly commendable. The RJS PBH has dedicated itself to spreading positive and making difference in people's life in the past decade. It is also wonderful to see how this collective effort that RJS PBH has put with the government, with the opinion leaders, and with citizens all come together. I remember the program in which Karan Singh ji was present. And the kind of stories that you hear from such leaders, people of such stature, it's an experience. And at the same time, we have been able to tackle the social changes. So, in short, positivity has brought about significant change in the mindset, and the fact that more people are joining both from India and now from abroad, I can see that. It's a testament to the growing sense of community and shared purpose. Friends, believe me, RJS is growing into a successful movement spreading message of positivity, and we would like our Pravasi Bharatiya to be part of this Sakaratmak but Vaigyanik movement. We certainly invite you to that. Something very wonderful that happened in August 2024, last year. We had a convention in Delhi and a landmark decision was taken. And this landmark decision was to adopt the manifesto for the next 10 years, means 2025 to 34. And we named it Manifesto of Positive Decade. We want to create a positive decade through this manifesto. We have identified 10 activities to fulfill this manifesto. We have identified its process, we have identified the requirements, and we have identified the dialogue. This is the kind of dialogue that we are going to have. Briefly, let me tell you what are these 10 manifestos and why they are there, and how we try to go along promoting it. First of all, awards and certificates. They are given biannually, January and August each year. They are given only for the people who create positive efforts. So those volunteers who have shown positive efforts and the results and who are very enthusiastic to spread the positivity in the media, both at home and abroad. The awards offer opportunity to RJCians for organizing webinars and dialogues on theme of social concern, which is close to their heart. That's what Mannaji said. Anyone can come forward and we accept this and we can make it part of our dialogue on Sunday or any day in the week even. Then there is an orientation program. The Pravasi Bharatiya volunteers, if they wish to serve the RJS PBH platform, then RJS PBH will organize orientation program for them so they become familiarized. The third is the webinar and the media, and we have discussed about the webinars. The fourth is the publication of the book, Amrit Kal Ka Sakaratmak Bharat Uday Granth, and we are going to have one today released. I think that's the Granth number 4 in the memory of what we have done in the past. We also like to do something which is very, very dear, and that is to recognize people who took part in the freedom struggle and also the parents of the people can give Shraddhanjali to them and have them, their life appear in our document. We have also got sponsored yatras, and both in India and abroad, like the one that he just mentioned about the yatra in Gujarat, but we have done yatras at many other places also. And though the Indian yatras have started and they have become very, very successful, I think we can't just remain in India. We must also take these yatras abroad, and therefore how to do it, because if this is done, then I think the message of positivity can be also promoted face to face in other countries. Mannaji will talk about public address system that we have just come out with. I mean, he goes to the park and he interviews people and picks up online some of the ideas which have become very, very useful. Of course, there is a publication of newspaper and newsletter rather, and this comes out regularly every month, and it contains ideas, articles for publications in the newspaper. So we are looking for very broad connectivity on every issue. Documentary film, I think some documentary films, if you see, you'll be very happy that how these events are captured through the documentary film. And of course, the last one is the website. Friends, it's very easy to do all these kind of things, but there are challenges involved. And I think if I don't say what the challenges are, I would not have finished my job properly. And like with Bijon Mishra, with Mathu Saab, Police Saab, we do our own discussions, and we also discuss what is it that we are lacking and how should we going forward. We are a very open organization. And one of the things that he mentioned already is that we need to bring youth in amongst us. I think how to get the youth amongst us, and we would like to get your ideas maybe in the next session of press conference. You can also mention how can we do about that. The second part is the star awards are there, which have started, that we have started giving out the star awards and we have implemented that in India. But how can we also bring Pravasi Bharatiya into our star awards and give them the awards and recognize their work in this movement? As you know, the Honorable Rashtrapati and the Pradhan Mantri ji are giving awards, and they are giving honor and सम्मानित करते हैं लोगों को. तो हम लोग भी ये सोच रहे हैं कि हम कैसे हमारे प्रवासी भारतीय को यहाँ पे जो सम्मानित हुए हैं उनका सम्मान यहाँ पर भी हम करें. तो ये कैसे किया जाए. जो नेक्स्ट पॉइंट है इज दैट दिस Indian Constitution, while it does not mention directly positive attitude, but indirectly it does say that we should have fraternity, excellence, social welfare. I think these are all one way or the other telling you that positivity is required everywhere to have these things done. And therefore, how can we use Pravasi Bharatiya's viewpoints to see that our purpose is proper, or do we need to refine it further? We would seek your help into that. And the last is, of course, as I mentioned in the yatras, we would like to have volunteers abroad in other countries so that they become the observers, and in turn we get invited to those countries to go and talk about positivity. A last point that I want to mention is that while we discuss the challenges, we need not get disheartened. We don't have to get disheartened, because Mannaji always says that, Prafull bhai, history is in making. And I have started understanding why he says history is in making. Because I am a student of Gita, and in Chandogya Upanishad, they came across very interesting story. And I would like to narrate that story. And that story is like this, that the father and son are having dialogue about what is self. And this particular dialogue, the Sheth-Ketu is asking his father and says, I want to know a lot of things about Sat. I want to know more about Atman. I want to know more about self. And his father says, fine, his father is called Aruni. And Aruni tells him, very nice, वो सामने जो बरगद का पेड़ आप देख रहे हैं ना, उसका एक फल लेके आइए. So he goes and he gets a little fruit from that बरगद पेड़. And father says, अच्छा ठीक है आप ले आइए, अभी उसको खोल के देखिए अंदर क्या है. तो कहते हैं अंदर बीज है, काफ़ी बीज है, एक नहीं है, बहुत बीज है. फादर ने बोला ठीक है, अब ऐसा करो एक बीज निकालो और उसको तोड़ के देख लीजिए उसके अंदर क्या है. So he crushes the and finds nothing inside. Father said that is what Sat is, and that is what will give rise to this Bargat ped of this size. So when Mannaji says, what Mannaji told me is that something is in making, Prafull Bhai, history is being made. I think history is being made. And it reminds me of that story of Bargat Ped and the dialogue between Aruni and his father, Sheth-Ketu and Aruni. You know, we have to see things in that way. And we have to apply that logic, because I'm sure that we all would like to see that Bargat Ped coming up one day of positivity, and we all be part of that. It has been very nice to talk to you this afternoon. Thank you very much, and Vande Matram.
Vande Matram.